Each year, federal agencies who regulate or oversee some mortgage loan programs establish loan limits, or the maximum loan amount that can be borrowed on a particular loan program. And as with some other programs, FHA loans are no exceptions for 2023. I'm Jason Skinrood, mortgage loan officer in Salt Lake City, Utah with licenses in multiple states. I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. In this video, we're going to talk about specifically what the loan amounts are for FHA loans in 2023, and I hope that you'll stick around to the end because I'll have 2 extra tips for you that'll be helpful. Each year, loan limits are determined for FHA loans by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, more commonly known as HUD. FHA uses these loan amounts as part of their underwriting guidelines for those who are getting FHA loans. The standard limit for FHA loans in 2023 is $472,030. This is about a 12% increase over the FHA loan limit in 2022. It applies to single unit properties only, but there are also other loan amounts for 2 to 4 unit properties. For high cost markets, the FHA loan limit in 2023 will be $1,089,300. This is also about a 12% increase over the previous amount. It applies to single unit properties, and updated loan limits have also been made for 2 to 4 unit properties also. So let's talk about how that can help you and how that translates into real numbers, whether you're doing a home purchase, a rate and term refinance, or a cash out refinance with an FHA loan. All right, so here I pulled up on my screen a couple of different scenarios with the loan limit there on the far left and the loan to values based on the particular scenario. So you'll see the first scenario at 96.5 is for a home purchase. That makes a maximum sales price of $489,150. Because on a home purchase, FHA requires a minimum of 3.5% down. The next scenario with the loan to value of the 97.75 is for a rate and term refinance with an FHA loan. So it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to have an existing FHA loan, but if you need to use an FHA loan to do a rate and term refinance where you don't get any cash back, that is limited to the 97.75 with a minimum home value of $482,895. And then in the last scenario here, if you're doing a cash out refinance, you're limited to 80% with an FHA loan, and your home's value has to have a minimum of the $590,100 in order to be able to do that. Next, let's talk about the high balance options. So again, we're going back to the loan limit of the $1,089,300. First example there, home purchase with a minimum of 3.5% down. The sales price would be $1,128,808. For a rate and term refinance, again, maximum LTV is the 97.75. That gives a minimum home value of $1,114,373. And then the last scenario here for a cash out refinance of 80% loan to value gives a minimum home value of $1,361,287. So hopefully those examples were helpful for you in determining whether you're doing a home purchase, a rate and term refinance, or a cash out refinance with an FHA loan. And my 2 top tips that I want to give you for those that stuck around to the end of the video is that the loan amounts can only apply to FHA case numbers, which is how FHA tracks your loan, is through a case number, is that the loan limits can only apply to case numbers that are issued January 1st, 2023 and after. And the reason why this is important is because if you're watching this video beforehand, that could cause problems if you're trying to bank on that higher loan amount. Because not having a case number can delay things like your appraisal and actually closing your loan. So just be aware of that if you're watching this video prior to January 1st, 2023. And then for those who are watching this maybe afterwards, the thing that I would recommend is that you always check the county loan limit where the home resides, because you may be in an area that actually has a higher FHA loan limit than the standard $472,30. And so you want to look that up and make sure beforehand. Hopefully your loan officer will help you be able to determine that if needs be as part of your pre-approval. But I'm going to drop a link down below with where you can check that. My only piece of advice would just make sure that you correct the calendar year when you go through that menu and select that, so that you can make sure that you're seeing the correct loan amounts for your county in the correct year. So that's a wrap on our video here. If you have additional questions about the FHA loan limit for 2023, be sure to ask them down in the comments below. And also I'll drop the link to the FHA website where you can find out what your county loan limits are. Thanks for watching.